and welcome to another edition of Anna Can Eat an Ungodly Amount of Pie.
This is mine!
The whole pie. I get no pie.
I'm eating pie.
Anna's eating pie. Let's have a look at what we did today. Here it is.
Yesterday, we trained and walked up from this end of the lovely trailer to here. In addition to ripping lots of 6s into 4s and pulling up all of the other superfluous bits of wood there. So today we have finished off this end, which got a little bit confusing because we realized we needed a cantilever both here for our front door and there for our overhang. So we had to modify this, but it's all worked out. Everything is handy and dandy. So now we're gonna nail it all together.
What we're going to do right now is it's mocked up on the trailer, so we know that it's going to fit on the trailer. So everything should be perfect. What we're going to do is we've divided it into sections, into 3 sections, because there's only 2 of us, and it's a lot of weight to lift back onto the trailer. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take all of these loose pieces of wood, such as this one here, and we're going to move it over here. We're going to flip it upside down because we're going to be putting the flashing on it, and we're going to lay it in our building area, and we're going to nail it all together. So we're going to basically make a jigsaw puzzle from what we've got mocked up on the trailer to what we have down here, and then we're going to put it together. Simple. It's not simple.
There's got to be a science to this. I just haven't figured it out.
But this is, I haven't really used a nail gun a lot in the past, and I would be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit terrified of this thing.
Ta-da! We nailed and liquid nailed this whole thing together. It's pretty fantastic. We did have a slight mistake. We put these 2 together first, and we had to take them apart. Let me tell you that these ring-shaped nails and liquid nails, even if you try and take them off immediately, really freaking hard to get undone. So that's a good thing. Unfortunately, you don't want to make mistakes. It sucks. I was warned about this too. Anyway, if you have something like this and you need to nail into that bit, make sure that you have nailed into that bit before you've nailed this bit to that bit, or you can't get to that bit. It's very precise.
Ahar, me hearties!
Well,
I'm so hungry right now. I just want to go and get food.
but instead,
I'm getting rolls of aluminium, because even the best laid plans of mice and men Afghanagly.
so the aluminum flashing goes on the underside of our foundation, not on the underside of the trailer, between the trailer and the foundation. And that is to prevent rodents and water and anything that comes up off of the ground when it's being hauled from entering our lovely hoop.
More aluminium, yay!
That's my husband. So proud.
This is now our floor, essentially, and our foundation. We've got the flashing in place. The flashing's held in place with staples. Now we've got this all in place. We have to get it into its final position for bolting to the frame, to the trailer, and then once it's bolted to the trailer, we'll go ahead and put the insulation in and the subfloor. What we've got here is one of our anchor points. This holds the subfloor and the wall to the trailer itself. So it's a 1/2 inch hole, goes all the way through into the trailer, and then we have a bolt that comes through. Okay, so this is what we're going to be using to bolt the frame to the trailer, or the house to the trailer. This is one of the more exposed areas of the trailer, so I figured it was easier to show you what we do. So what we've done is we've drilled a hole through the trailer, bolt goes through the hole, through the subfloor, and if you come over the other side, this bolt's too big, but I'm just using it as an example. And then what we do is we do washers and bolts, and that will hold it solidly to the trailer. What are you doing, Anna?
Oh, I'm cutting insulation. It's really lightweight. Ella used wool, and apparently it's awesome, but it's heavy. So, yeah, this is pretty fabulous. If you have an insulated floor, you have a warm house. You need to have an insulated floor, because you have to have a warm house. It'll be cold. That won't be very good.
Okay, so we've learned a lot of valuable lessons this week in our first week of building. Number one is don't set yourself unrealistic goals. As you can see, we haven't quite got the floor finished. We've got a lot of stuff done, but we haven't got the floor finished. Positive thinking will get you a long, long way in this world, but actually knowing what you're doing and being able to do it efficiently will get you the rest of the way, and that's the bit that we're missing. We've done pretty well, considering this is our first attempt at building anything like this. We've learned that every time you get your math right and you go to the hardware store for exactly the right amount of stuff, for every time that works, there will be an equal number of times where that doesn't work. What else have we learned? You will never look glamorous at the end of a work day.
Speak for yourself.
What have you learnt this week, Anna?
Measure like 1,000,000 times and cut once.
Okay, so we will see you next time.
We won't see you.
We won't see you. We still won't see you. You will see us next time in the same place, whatever time you decide to tune in, because it's YouTube, which is one of the awesome things about YouTube. So until then, drive safe. Try not to injure yourself with woodworking tools, and you'll see us next time on Drunken Pixie. Bye! She fell over, didn't she? Anna always looks glamorous. She smells awful, but she looks fantastic.